was born in a small town in Edo State, Nigeria. She was the first child in a family of 5. After her came 2 younger siblings, Festus and Clara. From a very young age, Ini already understood responsibility. While other children played, she stayed close to home, helping her mother and watching over her siblings. Her father was a commercial driver. He was a hard-working man who left the house early every morning and returned late at night, tired but grateful he could still provide for his family. Life was not luxurious, but they survived. Everything changed the day tragedy entered their home. One evening, her father was involved in a serious road accident. He did not die, but the accident damaged his legs badly. After many hospital visits and prayers, it became clear that he would never be able to drive again or do any serious work. The man who once fed the family became dependent on others. The responsibility of the home fell on Ini's mother. Her mother started as a petty trader, selling small items in the market. It was not easy. Some days she sold, some days she returned home with nothing. But she refused to give up. Over time, with consistency and money Ini kept sending, the small trade grew. Years later, Ini's mother would own a big supermarket in Edo State, one of the biggest around, admired by many. But behind that success was Ini's pain. Ini grew up fast. She cooked, cleaned, fetched water and took care of Festus and Clara. She was very intelligent and always among the best students in school. Teachers encouraged her, but encouragement could not pay school fees. When Ini finished secondary school at the age of 18, she had dreams of going to the university, but reality stood in her way. There was no money. Her father could not work. Her mother was struggling. Festus and Clara were still in school. That was when a friend told her about a loan opportunity. The friend explained that she could take a loan, travel to the United Kingdom, and work as a caregiver. According to the story, the money was good and she could help her family quickly. Ini was scared, but she saw no other option. She agreed. She took the loan, she got the visa, and she left Nigeria with tears in her eyes. When Ini arrived in the UK, life was nothing like she imagined. There was no caregiver job waiting for her. Instead, she started doing menial jobs. She worked as a dishwasher, washing plates from morning till night. She worked as a waitress, standing for long hours. She cleaned offices and restaurants after midnight. She lived in a crowded house. Sometimes 6 people shared one room. She wore old clothes. She skipped meals. She never rested. Yet, every month, Ini sent money home. Money for school fees, money for food, money for hospital bills, money to expand her mother's business. She never complained. She never saved for herself. She never went to school. All she cared about was that her family was okay. Festus grew up and studied information technology. He was smart and focused with Ini's money. He finished school and later became a successful tech worker, earning well and living comfortably in Abuja. Clara studied law. She was confident and ambitious. After graduation, she got a job working in a big law firm in Lagos. She dressed well, lived in the city and enjoyed a good life. The family was now successful, but Ini was still suffering. Her mother's supermarket became bigger. People praised her mother and called her a strong woman, but nobody asked how Ini was surviving abroad. Each time Ini called home, there was always a complaint. The money is not enough. Others are doing better abroad. Can't you send more? There was never appreciation. Years passed without Ini realizing how fast time was moving. One day, fear became her daily companion. Her visa had expired. She could no longer walk freely. She lived in fear of arrest. Jobs became scarce. At 40 years old, tired and broken, Ini finally asked for help. She begged her family to support her so she could go to school or fix her papers. She thought after everything she had done, they would help her. But they refused. Her parents complained. Festus said he had his own life. Clara said Lagos life was expensive. Then they said something that completely broke her. We never asked you to sacrifice your life for us. So when others were going to school, why didn't you go to school? Those words destroyed her. Not long after, Ini was deported. She returned to Nigeria at 40, single, childless, with no savings and no career. The country she left as a young girl now felt strange. The family she sacrificed everything for welcomed her coldly, but Ini did not give up. She decided to start again. She learned new skills. She tried to rebuild her life slowly. It was painful, but she chose peace over bitterness. Ini finally learned a painful lesson. Sacrifice without wisdom can destroy a life. Helping others should never mean forgetting yourself. Love your family, but plan your future. Sacrifices should have limits. Not everyone you suffer for will remember you. Ini's story is a reminder that you matter too. Love yourself. Thank you guys if you listened to this story to the end. Please like, share, and subscribe with your loved one. If you want a part 2 of this story, comment in the comment section and I will bring you the part 2. Bye guys. See you next time for another amazing and wonderful story.